Hello, Rise Builders. This is Dee Dee with the Motivated to Soar. So, I want to talk a little bit this afternoon, whenever you're watching this, about, you know, shining light, and that, that God is really the ultimate light. And this morning around 5 o'clock, I was walking through the house and I was really kind of tiptoeing. And I was like, yeah, you know how you know your home, so you can really walk around without any light because you kind of know where the furniture is, you know where everything is at. But I was saying to myself, this went on for about 15 seconds, and I was like, just cut on some light, D. And as soon as I cut the lamp on, it was like, voila, and then there was light. I could see ever so clearly. And it just really got me to thinking about how we walk around in darkness. We walk around in darkness, and there are times that if you're in darkness for too long, you're going to go down the wrong path. You're going to get off your route. You're going to get distracted. You're going to have some consequences. If you don't get yourself back on track, suddenly you're going to find yourself lost and in the wilderness. Let's read a couple of scriptures here to kick us off. I want to start with John 8, verse 12, NIV. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Ephesians 5, verse 8, NIV says, For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the world. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. Let me read that again because I messed up. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. It didn't say live as children as children of darkness. It says live as children of light. And this world will continually tempt us. It will tempt us, and we have to be strong, not in ourselves, but strong in the Lord, so we can stay going down the right path. Because if not, we are going to stray. We're going to stray. We're going to get involved in some things we shouldn't be involved in. You hear me saying we, because I'm including myself in that. We. That's why it is so important for us to be doing what? Keeping our connection with God, keeping our relationship with God, reading our word, fasting and praying, doing what we know we need to do under God. We know there are some conversations we should not be having with people. We know there are some relationships we should not be in with people. We know there are some things we should not be feeding our spirit man through television and music. I am not saying, because some people are like, oh, you just can't do anything. Yes, you can. You can still have fun. But what I'm saying is, whatever you're doing, don't let it damage your spiritual man. Don't let wherever you're going or your conversations take away your testimony. If wherever you're going and whatever you're partaking in, Jesus should be able to be invited in those same environments. That's all I'm saying. And again, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to D. So these are the types of things we should always keep flowing in our mind. We should always keep these things flowing in our minds, because we should not be operating out of the flesh. The flesh always wants. The flesh always desires. The flesh is always enticed. I mean, you can walk past that cheesecake 3-4 times, but if you don't have any self-control, next thing you know, you done ate that slice of cheesecake. And if you're really out of control, you've had 3 slices. Y'all know what I'm talking about, so don't be looking at me like that. If you keep going to that website, looking at those things that you know is not healthy for you, you know, you're going down the wrong path. And it could be any type of website. It could be a car dealership website, because now you're being enticed, you're being pulled in. It could be clothing, it could be shoes, ladies, handbags, fellas too, watches. We are all enticed because guess what? We want and we desire what we want. We want to feed the flesh, but we should be doing what? Feeding our spiritual man. And the scripture again just says, I am the light of the world. This is Jesus speaking. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. So we got to be following Jesus. We got to be following Christ. And we can't do that if we are all being distracted by all these different things. We got to stay consistent on a path. Just like you're trying to stay committed and focused and zoned in with your YouTube channel, with your career, with your family. We gotta give that same attention to our spirit, to our relationship with God. Even more. We need God more and more and more these days. More and more. We need to be constantly building our relationship with God. The world sings a song, "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," and I get what they're trying to convey, but you can never shine bright like you should until you are nestled in the arms of Jesus. That light shines 24/7, 7 days a week. That glow never goes out. That shine never can be dim. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend, and again, I get what they're trying to convey, but Jesus is a friend who sticks closer. He's never going to be out of our path. He's always going to be there for us. A diamond can only go so far. Yeah, it's cute, it glows and all that good stuff. It might be worth something, but a diamond didn't die on the cross for you. A diamond can't burden, what you go through. A diamond can't be there in the middle of the night when you're crying your heart out because you're in pain, you're suffering, you're burdened down. A diamond can't do that. Money can't do that. People can't do that. Only Jesus can do that. So we want to make sure that we are staying connected to the vine, because God shines. He shines. We just can't outdo it. 1 John 1:5 says, "This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light. In him there is no darkness at all. At all. There is no darkness in Jesus." So my job is to always do what? My job is always to point you back to God, not to me. Don't go by what I say. Go read your word for yourself. Study to show yourself approved. Ask questions. Get connected in a community that you can resonate with, So it's not anything hard or complicated. Like I said, we do whatever we want to do when we want to do it. So let's spend some time with God. Let's stop settling for confusion and hidden hurt. God is the light. He wants to direct us in the path that we should go. He's going to make himself always, always available for us. No matter what is going on, no matter what the circumstances are, he is always available for us. So we just got to trust. We got to believe. And we got to say, you know what? For God I live. For God I die. For God I live. For God I die. He is always there for us. So hold fast to your faith. Hold fast to your faith. All right, guys. Until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord.